Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here for the Red Sox Racing Series, live from Watkins Glen Raceway, ready to kick off a great night of road racing action, followed by our doubleheader, of course, here tonight for the Raise Energy iRacing Legacy Series. That'll be kicking off here after this one, immediately following it. So, go from some road racing action to some short track racing, which is very awesome tonight. We're looking forward to tonight's race as we watch qualifying right now. Joe Burchett, who was not in here last week. He missed his race last week, but he is back here tonight, currently on top of the board here in qualifying. But we do want to welcome everybody here. Of course, this race also sponsored by Not Your Average Grain. We want to thank them, by the way, of course. If you haven't checked out Not Your Average Grain, do so. They are a very great, actually, I think it's just actually custom. I don't really think it's, I think it's just one guy, to be honest, that runs the entire thing over there. So make sure you check out Not Your Average Grain. It's veteran-owned home decor for your house or whatever you want it for. So there you see the logo right there on the screen. Check them out. They also do some NFL stuff as well, which is pretty awesome. We've seen that. They've been making like the team logos and stuff. Anywho, Red Sox Racing League, one of the oldest leagues here in iRacing. Qualifying underway right now, so let's not really waste much time here. Let's go ahead and hop down to the racetrack and finish watching out some of qualifying. We've got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds here remaining. Here is Dave Hill. We've seen him win. I believe it was last week he picked up the win at Road America. Here he is out here once again in that Ford, currently 6th right now on the board. He is not too far off the pace over the pole sitter right now. Dave Hill about a little bit further, actually a little over a tenth from what I'm actually seeing. Actually almost 2/10 off the pace right now, but still not a bad qualified effort. We'll keep an eye on that as we are ready to get this one down here very soon. Want to go ahead and mention this here tonight. Whoever qualifies P5 will receive a Red Sox Racing League tumbler from Not Your Average Green. Right now, P5 will go to Tommy Ryan. He is a previous champion in here. This is actually one of the highest numbers we've had this season for that Not Your Average Green item that these guys usually win. That is, of course, brought to you by them, sponsored by them. There's a random number picked each week in qualifying, before qualifying, and whoever qualifies in that spot is the number. These guys do not know, by the way. They do not know the number until we mention it on the air, so they got about a minute left. And we'll see who gets that. Right now, it would be Tommy Ryan. He's out there in 5th. Right now, watching Mark Wilson. He's actually 6th right now on the board. As we watch him work up through. Of course, you do know about Watkins Glen. This is the boot section of Watkins Glen. Let's jump back a little bit. Paul Gibson goes to 1st on the board at 142, a 5.24, a great lap there. Let's see who else is out there. Cameron Bidwell, we've seen him. Very good driver here as well. Currently 9th right now on the board, however. He is just now working through the boot section. This would actually be his final lap, I believe. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get back to the start-finish line as we got 30 seconds remaining here in qualifying. I like that car, by the way. Let me actually get a better. Oh, he spins it out. We'll get a look at that here in just a moment. Right now, we'll jump back to someone else. Mark Krajewski, he is beginning to lap. He is in the Porsche, as you guys can tell by that sound. Let me know in the chat who you guys think will pick up the win. Good luck, Blue-Eyed Gamer. We'll see how he does. Patrick's in here as well. Patrick, of course, runs a league. We'll talk a little bit about him here in a little bit. David Shutt goes to 5th on the board. So right now he would be your winner of that tumbler that these guys get. Watching Mark Krajewski here as he works down through this section of the boot. Get ready to exit this. Of course, back onto the NASCAR side of things. This is the NASCAR straight he's about to exit up to. And here he goes. A couple more turns left. And we'll see what kind of lap he puts down right now. Best lap is a 1:43.712 for the 944. And working through the final corner. Here he comes. I like that view, by the way. To the checkered flag. Mark Kudrowski does improve and goes up to 14th on the board. That might actually be it. There's a couple other cars. Here's Dave Hill. Oh, hard crash for Dave Hill. Mark Wilson also gets into that. And that lap may not count for Wilson. He was not faster anyways. So we'll see if James Prostell, here he comes. James right now 18th. Does not improve. And that looks like that will be qualifying as we watch Tommy Ryan. He may be able to improve. Let's see. He does not. So David Shutt is going to be your winner of the qualifying tumbler here tonight. Brought to you by Not Your Average Grain. He will be starting in 5th. We'll take a look here at your grid in just a moment. As qualifying now is official. 29 cars in here tonight. Nathan Wingnut, of course, commented over on the chat side of things. There, he's going to be back there in the back of the field. Going to have to drive up through it. Should be fine, though. Just here to watch Austin Wingnut be a scrub. All right. We'll see what happens. Turn one's going to be fun to watch for some of these guys that's in the back. Patrick said not me. Hey, Patrick, you're going to be fine. In a place like this, I expect you to do a little bit better because this is a road course where a lot of people are familiar with. So we'll see. Anyway, here's a look at your grid. Sponsored by Not Your Average Grain, Red Sox Racing League, Paul Gibson, Joe Pachette up front. And take a look at the rest of them. There's Ross Booth. Remember, Ross last week was running in, what was it, P3? Lost it coming out of the corner. Actually, it's P2. Lost it coming out of the corner, and around he went. One thing about this that we've known with Ross chasing, so we'll see if that becomes a factor for these guys or not. All right. Big grid here tonight. So if we can go high above, look at that. Turn on the field. As we get set to roll here from the Glen. This is actually one of the biggest fields I think we've had in maybe 3 seasons, 2 seasons. It's probably been more than that since maybe my first race ever that I broadcasted. This is probably one of the biggest fields we've had in here, which is very awesome to see. Like I said, it's 28 cars. Usually we average around like 24, 23, something like that. So very good group in here tonight. Wait on maybe one more car to grid up, but I think he just did. He did, so here we go. So this is a 30-minute timed event, as you guys know. We got to take a trip around here under caution, which is fine. This race is averaging about 18 laps, which is what we think it's going to be. So there you go. We will keep you updated on time because I still haven't had time to actually fix the time where it just shows the time limit, which is what it's supposed to do. I haven't had time to fix it. All right, Patrick. Nathaniel Wingnut, by the way. He just commented. We'll see what Mr. Wingnut can do. Where is Wingnut? Let's see his car. Everybody's giving me a hard time, so I want to see his car. What's his car look like? There he is. I like the car, actually. The only problem is, well, actually, there ain't much problem with Ferrari, so look pretty good. You guys can look through some of these cars as well. We'll pop up the names of cars that they're driving. BMW, there's another BMW. Mark Wilson. Terry Dahl, of course, running that Hamburg Brewing Company. Les Turner in that 01. Ooh, I like that. David Hudson, that's a nice looking car. Porsche. Dave Hill, Nathan Wingnut, William Cabela, in that 25 car. Joe Burchett up in that NVIDIA Hopper X, number 83. There's David Shutt. Cameron Bidwell. Oh, I've been waiting on a good paint to come out for him, and that is one that's pretty nice. I like that. Good looking car there. Walked in. Alzheimer's, of course, on James. He does a very good job. I'm not sure if he's one that paints or somebody else does. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton top paint on a Porsche. Chris Mendez, good to see him back in a familiar paint scheme. Bill Paulucki in here as well. Matthew DeBrock, yellow-green car. Scott Hustad, good to see him back in here. There's Patrick, of course, in an Infinite Hero paint. Love that white and purple. It does so well with each other. Mark Krzyzewski, Ross Booth in a very familiar number 6 car. And Ed Sutcliffe's going to be rolling off in the BMW. All right, we're about ready to get his one underway. As we get ready to take the green flag. We go high above the blimp all the time here at FCN. Turn 1 is what we're really watching because that's where things get a little crazy. Green flag out of there. We're racing here throughout. So, like, weeks, honestly. This goes back even this season or last season. We noticed a lot of guys going that all the way through the bus stop. Cars single file for the most part. Mark Krzyzewski, Trent Brown, Les Turner giving way there. Now up front, a little bit further up front. This is Dave Hill running behind Tommy Ryan. Tommy coming off a 3rd place finish last week. Dave Hill giving Tommy a big shot through that corner. That's oh, there goes Tommy Ryan. He's dropping back. And that is a horrible place to have that happen. I think it all started from that first bump. You'll see the bump right here, right there, and then send him in. Yeah, that's what started it. And Tommy just got back on the gas, and wheels not completely heated all the way up yet. And, well, there you go. And that's one thing you do not want. You do not want to limit. And now may even have more problems here as Christopher Jimenez may have went around. He may have got moved out of the way, actually. But he will keep rolling. But he does fall all the way back to 18. Hop on board here with Ryan Robertson. He's out there in the Ferrari. One thing about turn 1 that a lot of guys may or may not know when it comes to a place like this, you can be very aggressive in turn 1. You can actually hit that curve down the right-hand side and get back on the throttle without having an issue. Here comes a big run from Robertson, looking to the outside. It'll be a tough pass to make here, though. That car right in front of him. This is going to be a sketchy pass. Here they go through the bus stop. Robertson not going to be able to complete it just now. That's Cameron Bidwell that's directly in front of him. Some more racing action going on back there. We got one car in the grass. I believe that was Patrick that I think went through the grass. It was. And he falls all the way back to 29th place. Got a little bit of damage on that nose. Not sure actually what happened here. A replay of that. Hey. Oh, there you go. Just going a little bit too hot. Maybe thought he was closer than what he was. You see Patrick Racing. We just had another incident happen here. It's Kevin Kyle has had a big issue. Not sure what happened here. I bet he got wheel spin out of the corner. Just looped it around. I think he actually towed from us. Yeah, he did. Wow. That's kind of surprising. Not a lot of damage, but he did tow. Ross Booth takes away 2nd from Joe Burchett. Burchett falls back to 3rd. Do not be surprised by seeing this by a lot of these guys. David Shutt right there. Of course, it is a battle for 5th place. Mark Wilson and Brian Stroudbeck. And Ross Booth with the new fastest lap of 1:42.701. Oh, there's somebody. Oh, my goodness. Mark Wilson way off the track. May have got a little incident. The reason why I'm talking about these incident points, because each incident actually does matter. You do not want, if you get a 0X, it actually helps you. That was David Shutt taking a peek on Joe Burchett. Wasn't able to get around him. Keep an eye on this. Top 4 is broken away from this field, by the way. And they will run like that all race. We actually kind of got some groups here. The old Paul Lucky right here under attack, it looks like. Ed Sutcliffe. A little bit further back in the field. Oh, what just happened? Christopher Jimenez has went off. And he falls way back to 27th. Not sure what happened. Here's a look at the replay. This right here has always been... Oh, he got some of the grass. He just got in too hot, got some of the grass, and backed up into the tire barrier. No damage, but I definitely didn't want that to happen. Ryan Hunt, a little bit further back. Ross Booth, new fastest lap. Ross putting some pressure on Paul Gibson for the top spot. Hop on board and ride with him. Ross done pretty good so far. These Fords have been fast all season long. The Corvettes struggle a little bit this season, I feel like. We see Joe right now running third with it, however, but we have seen it struggle a little bit more than what we expected. I think a lot of guys were surprised on how much that car has actually struggled a little bit this season. Ross still trying to figure out a way. This is actually helping Joe close his gap back up too. And all 4 of these cars are still pretty much together. As you hop on board with Ross Booth, Ross, as soon as he lands. Alright, he just got his old boxers on, running around, apparently. We got a 4-car breakaway followed by another 3 cars a little bit further back, about 2 seconds behind the top 4. You can see them right there, exiting onto the NASCAR straight as well. That's being led by Brian Stroudbeck, Mark Wilson, Dave Hill. The cars behind these 4. And then we got another breakaway, and then back to Ryan Hunt, who's in 8th with Taylor Ron Robinson there as well. Trent Brown, let's hop on board with him. We're out to the bus stop. He's actually trailing Mark Kudrowski, so this is going to be a little interesting here. We're going to the bus stop. Corvette. Love going through that section of the track. Ross Booth, side by side. Oh, the leader made a small mistake. Paul Gibson. Here comes Joe Burchett as well, taking a peek. And Paul Gibson goes around in front of Dave Shutt. And let's take a peek at this. This was up front for the race lead, or for second. And yeah, Joe was there, and Paul Gibson just comes down on him. Not quite sure what happened there, but what you think? But that's definitely what it looked like to me. So we heard about Nathan Wingnut, by the way. And there is Nathan Wingnut. Right there in 21st. Paul Gibson on pit lane early. Honestly, kind of surprised he's on pit lane. I mean, he don't have no damage from that. So, and that's a tough break also for Dave Hill. I'm sorry, David Shutt, not Dave Hill. It might have actually been Dave Hill. But either way, yeah, it was Hill. Well, no, that was. He said that was. You don't really see them top guys make too many mistakes, and it was definitely a mistake on that one. To me, it looked like that could have gone Paul Gibson. It was a tough call, but that's what it looks like to me. So anyway, Ross Booth don't mind that though. He's able to get away from these guys. What makes this very interesting to me is sitting here looking at it. There's not really much of a draft out between the top three, so that's pretty interesting. There is one a little bit further back, so that could actually work out a little bit here for Mark Wilson, Dave Hill, if they could ride this draft a little bit, save some field mileage, which will help them. Once again, we are 19 minutes and 50 seconds left, or coming to lap 7 of 18. Once again, that is estimate. This is a 30-minute race, so. You guys want me to keep an eye on one of your drivers, just comment, let me know who it is. Yeah, Kevin commented, he said, I remember about 15 running. See, that's what I'm trying to remember, like how many, I couldn't remember exactly. And Kevin, you're not actually using that, but hopefully you get back in here soon. Can't remember though. What's the lowest I've seen? Mark Wilson was able to, or Dave Hill was able to get past Mark Wilson for the 4th position. A little bit further back, Tommy Ryan trying to get around Terry Dahl. This is for 10th. Remember, Tommy had that issue a little while ago after getting a shot in the back end and moved him up the track. Actually coming back up on that same corner. Well, that happened out, but he's going to take a peek here. Possibly on Terry. He may wait till after this corner. See, make sure Terry don't have any issues. So Tommy's a little wide, but watch for the run out. Coming to lap 8 for the leaders this time. Once again, want to thank everybody for tuning in for a doubleheader night here on Trackside Racing Network. I'm Adam Chapman, by the way, if you guys don't know. And we will be live with the Race Energy iRacing Legacy Series after this one from Martinsville. So people may tune in late to watch that. You're watching the Red Sox Racing League, one of the oldest leagues in all of iRacing, I would say. I forgot what season they're actually in now, but they've been around here for a long time. Hop on board here. Somebody just I'm curious about pit stops, so you should be seeing pit stops here probably lap 9, lap 10. You would probably start to see them, I would guess. David Shutt out of Trent Brown, and Shutt able to take that position away. Where is Les Turner running? He is currently 15th. Right in front of James Prostell. There's just Les out there tonight, that 01 car. And then, of course, James right behind him in P16. Everybody kind of somewhat spaced out here from everybody. I'm going to change the ticker to the interval from what they are behind each car. That could probably help a little bit more. Fastest lap of the race still does have Ross Booth's name on it with a 142.673. It's been a while ago. Of course, probably a lot of draft involved in that, I would guess as well, but has him out front right now by 2 seconds. Uh-oh, Les Turner on pit road. So this is going to give us an idea of how much time he spent on pit road. I believe it's around 30 seconds maybe, I would guess, total time on pit lane. Let's see. This is Les in the box. Of course, these guys do get one quick repair. He does not look like he's going to need it. No damage, so down and away. Let's see how long it takes him on and off pit road. It looks like it'll be a little over 30 seconds, maybe 32, 33. Definitely probably wanted a little bit faster. He had 10.1 in the pit box, so kind of a long pit box or stop there. Joe and Ross is running almost identical lap times for the most part. The last few laps, Joe's been a little bit slower, but the last lap it was pretty much even. Ross ran a 1:43.033, Joe a 1:43.068. And Brian, who is currently third, running at Porsche, a 1:43.115. Let's see if any of our leaders come down this time. Oh, Ross almost went off into the grass there. That was close. If he got it or not. But he does not hit pit lane. Joe Bichette not hitting pit lane. Yes, he is. And we'll watch our second place driver come down pit road. Total time, we'll find out. It's going to be the big thing here. See Joe Bichette, 31.8, not a bad stop. Probably wanted a little bit faster, but not too bad. It'll be interesting to see. Other cars are on pit road as well. Patrick on pit road, along with David Hudson also on pit lane. Hard to see from that angle, but there you see David Hudson. These guys are actually, I don't know if they're taking tires or not, but they've been there a while. Patrick not having the night he wants, so he's done for the night, it looks like. So we are waiting for Ross, Brian, Dave Hill, Mark Wilson. Let's see if Ross hits pit lane this time. And what will his pit times look like? Ross, of course, driving that Porsche. It's kind of surprising to see him driving a new car this season. But it's good to see the Porsche out front. He's done pretty well. And Ross not coming to pit lane this time. Oh, that was close. Brian may have scraped the wall. I don't know if he got it or not, but let's see if we can see. Watch this corner exit off the final corner. Does he actually scrape it? I mean, that thing was going straight for the wall. Oh, man, you can't get much closer than that. Other cars on pit road, including one, Tommy Ryan. Cameron Bidwell, he's on pit lane as well. You see Bidwell, you see Ryan right there in that yellow Corvette coming down. That is not all. Looks like Chris Shieldsmith's also coming down. Cameron, let's see what kind of pit time he has. Down and away. Little slow off the exit. 35 seconds on total pit road. Tommy Ryan, 31.1, so a good stop for Ryan. Bidwell, a little bit slow though, however. This is Chris Shieldsmith right there on pit lane as well. So right there he goes. And total time for him, definitely going to be a while as well. Ross Booth right now up in the boot section of Watkins Glen. We got about 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Check on one of the favorites that a lot of people are talking about, Nathan Wingnut. We got some people watching him tonight. And he is out there right now running in 12th in that Castro Ferrari. See if he hits pit lane here in just a moment as well. These guys have to hit pit road one time each race. And I believe Ross is going to do it this time. I don't expect him to stay out anymore. Yeah, here he comes. So this is interesting for me. The way Ross entered pit lane here is very interesting. That was a lot slower than what Joe. I wonder if Joe will get a penalty or not. The way he entered pit lane, I don't know. I mean, that wasn't all, by the way. Everybody that has not pitted is coming in this lap, as you guys can tell. And here is our leader's pit stop. Goes right behind him. You see Brian there as well. A little bit further back, Mark Wilson. Mark Wilson has to back up. He missed his box by a lot. Ross Booth down and away. 31.7 and a 8.5 second stop. Brian able to beat Joe out of pit lane. There you go. Joe had a good pit stop. Just not quick enough on the racetrack to be able to hold on to that second spot. See James Prostell getting passed right there by Les Turner. Prostell back to 16th right now as well. So that will actually complete our pit cycle. Dwayne McCarthy is actually out there right now. But that will actually complete our pit cycle from what I'm seeing. Everybody has been down and away. Ross is out to a 3.533 second lead here at Watkins Glen, which is pretty good. He made a mistake last week, and I think it surprised everybody that he actually made it. This week right now, he looks a lot better, which is good. Alrighty. Watching Ross right now, pretty much dominating tonight. Dave Hill trying to run down Joe Chad about 5 tenths back. It's pretty much, I don't want to say it's the closest battle because Terry Dahl right here on the back of Paul Gibson. This is actually for 12th. Remember, Paul is up front battling for the lead as well. And him and Joe Burchett made a little bit of contact in the boot section of the racetrack. Cameron Bidwell, Mark Wilson. A good battle here for 5th with Ryan Hunt and Tommy Ryan mixed in. Tommy Ryan looking underneath Hunt. Not going to be able to get there just yet. This is on board with Ryan Hunt. You see Tommy right behind him up front. You see the battle right there with Cameron Bidwell looking to the inside of Mark Wilson. Or should I say the outside of Mark Wilson. Oh, here comes Hunt with a big run through the corner. Great view, by the way. Tommy Ryan right there in that Corvette. Trying to put a pass on here. Like, you gotta figure out which way to watch. Great view. That's pretty interesting. Oh, there's Tommy. Up there in that rear view mirror cam. That's cool. Off the final corner. Well, there's about 5 laps out of it, and that did allow Ryan Hunt to get side by side up through the S's. Who's going to get the draft? This is what whoever gets the draft here. Yeah, there you see it. Ryan Hunt able to get a little bit of a toe up through the S's. Here comes Ryan now, looking in on this battle as well. He's going to pass Cameron Bidwell. Bidwell actually dropped 2 spots for that little section all the way up through the S's to the bus stop. Good piece of driving there for them 2 guys. And Ryan Hunt, Mark Wilson did not mind that. He was able to kind of escape a little bit. By the way, a pass up front for 3rd. Dave Hill able to get around Joe Burchett for the time being. With coming up to 4 laps to go. We'll keep it all around. Oh, what just happened? Somebody had an issue. I seen some smoke. Just a second. I'll see if I can find what happened. See what happened here. Christian Jimenez, did he have an issue? Oh, no, he just got off track right there. There's James Postel. I don't think he had an issue. Matthew, maybe? Don't see nothing. Anyway, go back live. Let's look at this battle. Oh, almost contact between Tommy Ryan and Ryan Hunt. Mark Wilson, a little bit further up in front of these guys. It's Cameron Bidwell. Remember what he's talking about? These guys a moment ago, and they're still, they've been really aggressive near each other. This has that look to it that something could happen. As we go through the bus stop, here comes Ryan looking to the inside now, or the outside. So, oh, Hunt gets into the side of Ryan, through the sand trap, into the wall. And there you have it. And that will end Ryan Hunt's chance at a great finish here tonight. And here's a preview of what happened. Going into the bus stop, you can kind of see it right here. Slow it down a little bit more. This is going into the bus stop. You see that orange and white car of Ryan Hunt. Let's see if he just gets it. Yeah, he takes it very approach and gets, kind of cuts that grass a little bit, and that's what it was. May have been a little bit of a net code issue there as well between him and Tommy Ryan that sends Ryan Hunt into the inside wall here for the win. Oh, tough break. Rod Robertson now puts pressure on David Shutt. This is for ninth place. There's also still a battle for third as well, as Joe Burchett still putting pressure on Dave Hill for that third spot. We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in this one. Nathan Wingnut we're trying to run down Ryan Hunt. You know, we've seen Hunt go through that grass. We was just talking about it a moment ago. Once again, immediately following this race, we will be live once again here on Facebook and on YouTube for the Raise Energy iRacing Legacy Cup Series. A special broadcast tonight. Looking forward to that. Further back to fifth. I'm going to jump back up to the battle for third. For Chet and Dave Hill. These guys have been around each other for a while as well. Like, they've ran plenty of races with each other. Oh, Joe Burchett made a mistake. He might be able to get this car. Oh, and he is done. What happened? Oh, he gets off into the grass. And I'm surprised he wasn't able to keep leading the way. Looking for his second win of time by. Let's jump back a little bit. David Shutt battling Scott Hustad. Scott's done a nice job here tonight, actually. Currently 7th. Right there. You see him in that 12 car right in front of Shutt. Nice job. I hear you. Hey, it's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got to, get it sometime, or if some people don't enjoy it, I understand that too. If you're not very familiar with iRacing, however, it's about the closest thing that you can get to real life, and that is not a joke. As the white flag is out for our race leader. Ross Booth, who's already about to work through the trying to find a closest battle. It's still back here for 7th. Here we go. Sometimes that David Shutt. Drag racing into the bus stop. Now right here, it's going to be close. Dave Hill, watch for a crossover. Or David Shutt may look for a crossover, sorry. They go through the carousel here at Watkins Glen. Here it comes. This is a great view right here. Watch for him to take a peek to the inside. Not going to happen just yet. It looks like right now he's not going to be able to get it. We're going to jump back up to our race leader as he works through the final 2 turns. Ross Booth coming in here looking very strong once again tonight, as he is going to ease the victory lane with a 2.5 second lead over Brian as he works through the final corner. Off the final corner for the final time. Ross Booth is going to see the checkered flag, flash the lights for everybody, pick up the win here at the Glen. Brian Stroudbeck going to finish in 2nd. Dave Hill going to finish in P3. Mark Wilson going to come off the final corner. Good run for him with the P4 finish. Tommy Ride, another top 5. Cameron Bidwell working off the final corner as well. Will finish 6th. Scott Hustad will finish 7th. David Shutt will finish in 8th. Terry Dog going to finish top 10 with 9th. Trent Brown. Did not speak about him all night, but he has a great run, finishing 11th. Les Turner finishing P11. Sorry, I don't know why I said that was weird. Ryan Robertson going to finish P12. Ryan Hunt, after an incident, will finish P13. Nathan Wingnut will finish P14 after starting way back in the back. Mark Krajewski going to finish 16th. Chris Smith-Shields 16th as well. And there's top 16. We'll show you the rest of them here in just a moment. But we will interview our race leader here in just a few moments. You guys bear with me on that. We will talk to these guys. See if we can find or get these guys in here. Is anybody in here? Not yet. We'll have to give it a moment. Ross Booth will be joining us. So what you're seeing right now is a cool-down lap. These guys have to actually go all the way back around to the front stretch, at least to the beginning of pit road, before they're allowed to exit the car. If you actually exit the car, it is a 4-point penalty. So there you go. Now, if you wreck out, of course, it's different. But there's your first place, your second place right there, and, of course, your third place is Dave Hill. We're waiting for some guys to start coming in here to the Discord. Once they do, we'll talk to them here once again. I'm not sure what the points are looking like. We'll get you a point update for next week. Or try to get that done for next week, that is. Ross Booth's going to come to the start-finish line once again, as he is your race winner. I ain't seen one do that before. That's pretty cool. I don't want to see one's really slamming on brakes. There you go. Ross Booth putting in victory lane at the start-finish line. You see the other cars coming in behind him as well, but he is your race winner here tonight, picking up win number 2. Ross going to be joining us in the booth. Ross, you got a copy?
I got you.
Another victory here. This is now your second win this season. Now, you didn't have the greatest race last week, so right now that's looking like your drop week, which is always a good thing. I mean, to be honest, if wherever you finished 7th, 8th last week, it's not too bad. But another win here at Watkins Glen, man, and you did it in dominant fashion.
Yeah. Stop reminding me about last week.
Sorry, I won't be able to talk about it after this one. So.
Oh, yeah, this silly grass last week. Thankful to put that behind me. It was an awesome race. Had a killer pass on Gibson there at the toe or the heel of the boot. I don't remember which corner it was, but they wrecked behind me, and then I was out of there.
And, of course, pit stops. We don't need to already talk about it. You know, you didn't have the fastest pit stop out of everybody in the race this time, which is kind of new. Well, fastest total time on pit lane. Just talk us through your race, man, in general. I mean, you really didn't have too much issues. There was a little bit there at the beginning where it was basically a 4-car breakaway, which was great to see you, Joe. I'm missing somebody. 2 other guys that was in there as well. I forgot who they was off the top of my head. I know Paul was in there as well, Paul Gibson. But talk us through the battle that was up front between you 4 guys.
Yeah, I didn't have the qual that I was looking for. I was looking to pull and drive away from them, to be honest. I was confident in myself that I had the pace. I had no idea what they had for pace, so I just wanted to get ahead of them as quickly as I could. I sort of sent it in on Joe in one of the corners there, and he gave me enough room, and I was able to stick it at the bottom there. But no, it was just a great race. Had a clean pit stop. I didn't get to practice my pit entry as hard as I wanted to, but it was enough to get the win tonight, so I'm happy.
Let me ask you a question. We go to Daytona next week. Everybody's familiar with Daytona. However, we go with the NASCAR road section with that new chicane that's right out of turn 4. What's your thoughts about heading there in these cars, especially with that new area on the track?
I think if people don't practice it, it's going to be a crash fest. I did a couple laps there in a GTE car, and you can't hit the curb or you're hitting the wall or doing big aero damage to your car. But I think the cars with more horsepower or less downforce are going to not have as big of an advantage at Daytona with that new chicane there.
I agree, man. Shout-outs and all that you want to give out this week?
Shout out to my teammates Dave and Wilson and MK, and shout out to you and to Terry and to Les. I always have so much fun here. It's always such clean, good racing, and happy to be a part of it.
Best road league I've been a part of. Good job, man. Thanks, buddy. Next up, Dave Hill going to finish in P number 3 here once again. I think every race he's finished inside the top 3 this season. Dave, you got a copy?
Sure do, Adam.
We know that you would rather win these races, of course, but the ultimate goal is championships. Consistency, a big thing as well. How much are you thinking about that when you come in here to race? We know that you can win races. We've seen it. But how much are you thinking about just having consistent finishes so you can have a chance at winning this thing?
It's nice to have for sure, but for the most part, to just come in to have some fun. It's a great group of guys, so everyone races pretty hard and pretty clean. That being said, I do want to apologize to Tommy. We had a 0x near the beginning, and I don't like to talk while we're driving, so I wanted to apologize to him after. I'll send him a message as well, but obviously unintentional. Everyone was, trying to stay close, trying to stay in the draft early on.
Yeah, for sure. And we've seen the replay and stuff of that, and definitely unintentional. We already know you don't race like that. So I got to ask you, I asked Ross the same thing. Next week, these guys head to Daytona, and it's the NASCAR Road, which is that new chicane coming out of turn Oval 4. How do you feel about it?
Actually, I've never been there, so I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah,
so I'll have to get some practice in.
Yeah, from what I've told, you can't even touch the corner or turn or the chicane or the rumble strip, whatever it is going in. So that's gonna make things fun. Man, another good third place finish. Any shout outs or anything you want to give out?
Yeah, again, apologies to Tommy, and shout out to Ross, good win, and Mark Wilson, my other teammate, and you guys for the broadcast, and the guys that put on this league. It's great fun every week, and a little shout out to my stepson Nolan.
Awesome, man. Hey, it's always fun to watch you race. Good job again tonight.
Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Dave Hill going to finish in P3, and we do not have our second place runner at finisher in here, but all in all, the race was pretty good, guys. But that will do it for me tonight. We're going to hop over and get ready to broadcast some legacy cars, the 87 Cup cars. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all have a great night. See y'all soon. God bless.